Good evening. I want to thank everybody that came out, Dr. Perry, Earl Roberts, Mrs. Wiggins, Urban Artistic Media. We have Tony Herbert to thank, New York One, Jahi from Councilmember Miller's office, and Onika from Carver Bank, and team. You know, we're here today because as a community, there was a young lady that was senselessly beat down in Brooklyn by the name of Tarjay Warner. And there is one suspect in custody. But what the problem is that one of those attackers that are not apprehended is from Queens. And we're here on behalf of the community of Queens to let you know, turn yourself in. Do the right thing. Give this family the proper closure and give them the justice that they deserve. It's important that me as a father with an 18-year-old daughter, I can only imagine what this father's going through. And to be senselessly beat down like that. So I'm asking you, and I'm pleading with you, your community is pleading with you. Turn yourself in. If you're a Queens resident, be as outraged as we are. Because we're not going to allow that in our community. That young lady had a right to live. She had a right to see her 18th birthday. You have a right to be pissed off, community. Don't make that person in your community comfortable. If you see something, say something. Turn yourself in. Do the right thing. We're going to hear a couple of words from Dr. Reba Perry. Please say a quick few words.
Yes. Hi, I'm Dr. Reba Perry, and I represent Youth on the Rise, Inc. And I work with runaway girls, and I'm not saying that's her situation, but this could be any of our children out here, and the mother of a 19-year-old and a 10-year-old. I'm appalled that this would even be happening in 2016. We also represent Guns Down, Life Up, and we will always be out in the community working as advocates for our children.
Demon Donza.
My apologies to the family for allowing this person to be in our community, but we as a community in Queens, we stand as one.
I'm going to ask Mrs. D. Mundunza to please come up and say a couple of words.
Hello, my name is Terrell D. Mendonza. I'm the founder and executive director for the Misunderstood Youth Development Center. I think that we as a community have to start stepping up. We have to start holding our young people accountable for their actions. This is a time where young women are senselessly beating each other down to the point of death. And it's okay. People are seeing, people are knowing, and they're not doing anything. What if this was your child? What if this happened to someone that you love? Wouldn't you want that person to step forward? I have an alternative to incarceration program. I understand that things happen, we make bad decisions, it was a fight, whatever the situation was. But someone's life was taken. We need you to step up and take responsibility for your actions. We need the community to step up. If you see something, say something. If you know who this person is, report it. Because you don't want to wait until that person does something to someone that you care about before you say something. So we're just asking, once again, if it's for parents, if you know that this is something that your child did, be responsible. Turn your child in. Do the right thing.
We're going to hear a couple of words from Mr. Jahi Rose from Councilmember Ruben Will's office.
I'm the Director of Constituent Affairs with the Office of Councilmember Ruben Wills. I'm a resident of Southeast Queens, and it is understood that silence, unfortunately, does mean consent. So we refuse to remain silent when we have an activity that happens from a resident of our community that is not representative of our community. We are not condoning, and we never have condoned, the use of violence to resolve problems, especially to the point where someone has lost their lives. We understand that our young people may be agitated, may be aggravated, they may be angry, but there's no excuse for taking it to this level of violence to the point where somebody lost their lives. So we're asking, as a community, as a family, for the individual that did this to please step forward and turn themselves in. We ask for the family, for the friends of those who knows the individual that has done this, please turn yourself in so that the community could be at ease, and we could go back to representing ourselves in a proper fashion so that we can show the rest of the communities around us that we do not condone that type of violence or any type of violence as a means of responding to a conflict. Thank you.
And lastly, we're going to hear from the 113th former president, Earl Roberts.
My name is Earl Roberts, resident of Queens. I just want to say that we need to do better as a community. We have to stop inflicting violence on one another. We need to realize that when we hurt someone, we not only hurt that person, but we also hurt the entire family and the community as a whole. So we need to do better, and those who committed this violent act, please turn yourself in for the community and for the family. Thank you.
Can you say something? We hear from Kenya Bryant, Precious Lives.
We are a people that come from greatness. We are great. We are amazing. Our children are amazing. It is our responsibility to be accountable to our children. No one 16-year-old child should be beat to death in broad daylight while people stand around and videotape and adults watch. We are accountable to our children. We must be responsible to our babies. If you know the 3 young ladies who are responsible for this young lady's death, it is your responsibility to say something. Get our children the help that they need. Don't allow it to be your child next.
Parents, friends, family, be pissed off. Because this could have been your child. I took this death personally. As a resident of South Jamaica, this happened in Brooklyn. That was home. Be pissed off. Say something. Get these kids off the street and get them the help that they need. Be proactive in these kids' life. But most importantly, if you're in Jamaica, Queens, you're not going to be comfortable every night you fall asleep. Thank you for coming out. We will take questions.